First, let us speak of peace. And what does it mean to be at peace? In very few words, peace is acceptance, not of all the things that go on in life, but acceptance of how I view life. Accepting that it is my attitude about what happens. It is not the thing that is happening. It is my attitude about it. One of the greatest blocks to your arriving at peace is making exceptions. What you must understand is that there is no exception. Well, this is really bad, so I can nut out on this. You have just refused to pay the price to be at peace within yourself. It is that simple. We are a world or a nation of yes buts. You can't have it both ways. You cannot have peace and disturbance at the same time. You cannot have it. What can I tell you? That doesn't mean that anything is going to go away or that anything is going to change. It means that I accept myself. Once I accept myself, then I am not controlled by the thoughts, and I can see that my thoughts are only thoughts and are no better or no worse than the thoughts of anyone else. They are just thoughts. When I can see that and I want within my own being, I desire that others respect what I think. Again, we arrive at a dilemma. Then you must respect what others think. You must. You must. You must respect the law that they have the right to think as they wish. Then we arrive at peace. Because now I can't get disturbed because of what someone else says or does. I cannot be disturbed because I accept their right to think as they so choose. You see, if the shoe fits, you must wear it. If I am desirous that you allow me my right to be as I choose, then I must allow you your right to be as you choose. Fair for the goose, fair for the gander. Then we arrive at peace, but this is an understanding that must happen inside. These words are only words. You must, through your own experience, come to know the truth of these words. You may say, what does that mean? I say there's only one way to find out. I have said it. My words have been total. They have been complete. They have been compact and contain within them everything concerning the issue of acceptance. I could explain it all day, and if you do not understand it, you will not understand it. What you must do is seek the experience, and then you will know. But you cannot seek the experience by doing those things that are non-conducive to understanding and to peace, by doing those things that we have always done, by making those statements that we've always made to ourselves about what no good, rotten, dirty people we are, what unworthy people we are, how nothing good is ever going to happen in your life. So you can't arrive at peace by doing that, because those statements within themselves are non-peaceful. They are violent. They are violent to you, by you. We talk of violence in this world, and we are most violent to ourselves. So, it is the most violent people who scream for peace. I screamed for peace so loud you wouldn't believe it. That's because I was the most violent SOB you would ever see in your life. Now there's no reason for it. There is no reason for the violence, because life is just life. The events that happen, I understand. I have no right to judge these as morally correct or incorrect. It is just what people do. It is either conducive to something, or it is conducive to something else. It's conducive to something positive, or conducive to something negative, or conducive to something somewhere along that continuum of 0 to infinity on either side of the continuum. But I have no right to morally judge it. I have no right to get off in it. It is my right to respect the right of the world, because I respect my own right to be. Peace then is achieved. But the moment you set up any situation that goes beyond that law, you are not at peace. And we must understand that nothing goes beyond the law. Therefore, everything is beneath the law. There is nothing beyond the law. There is only law. Then we begin to live with that which is real, and peace comes. Peace is there, because we live with that which is real. When you live with that does not extend beyond the law, and try to extend it beyond the law, hell is the result. It is unreal. It is the unreal trying to be real. That is like a chicken trying to be a cat. You know, it just doesn't work. Chickens can't be cats. You see, it is not in the nature of the chicken to be a cat. Therefore, if the chicken tried to be a cat, it is unreal. The only thing that would happen would be the chicken would be very confused. And that is where confusion comes from. We must accept that which is within ourselves. All of it. Hear my words. All of it. You must know and not justify any behavior that you have. Well, I did that because I'm holy. No, you didn't. You did that because you were an asshole at that moment. See, it's really that simple. Right, different holy. You were just being an asshole at that moment. That's all. So, if you justify it, you see, you're not being honest. And if you say, well, I'm just being an asshole, you're not being honest either. Because true recognitions elevate you beyond, expand you beyond, and there is a peace. You say to yourself, well, I did this because holy. Wait a minute. I did that because I was insecure. I did that because so. Okay, enough already. And there will be an easing inside. The tension will melt away. There's no defense, so that you can be at ease. And you just then you're okay. Peace comes. With peace, a kernel of knowledge comes. A small kernel of knowledge. Not the whole cob of corn, but a single kernel. Because you learn now what peace is, and you learn what the disturbance of peace is. Simply by going through the experience, you now have knowledge. But you do not yet have knowledge. The ear is not quite filled out. Because there are other things to know. We talk about understanding the great laws of this universe, the laws of creation. But yet, as I listen, the words that I hear are wrong. Because if there is great understanding of the knowledge, the choice of words used would be different. Let me explain to you. That only the mightiest of warriors come to true knowledge. The mightiest warrior is not one who slays many opponents, not one with an obnoxious attitude. The mightiest warrior is the one who can come to grips with himself. That is the strongest person in this universe. There is no stronger. It does not take strength to go into battle against another human being. All it takes is fear and a little direction, and you'll fight like hell. The best fighters are the ones who are scared. The best running backs are those who are afraid. They're scared to death. That's why can't nobody touch them. They take that and use it. Doesn't mean they are wise. It means they're scared. See, anybody can do that. Facing yourself. And facing yourself with courage. Facing yourself with an unquenchable desire to understand. That means I can look at myself and what I find within myself. I can rejoice when I find the bullshit. It does not mean that when I look at myself and I see the nonsense, I become depressed. That is not a warrior, that's a fool. Because you really didn't want to know. That's basically why we don't look. Because we don't want to know. So the first tool of the warrior is a desire to know. Not to pretend that everything is okay, to pretend to live by the law. You see, the law in its absolutist value is in you. All it need, all you need doing is looking at it and recognizing it. But as long as we look at that which we've covered the law up with, our justification for our behavior, you can never see it. It's there within you. It's all within you. You see nothing over, nothing, nothing outside of yourself. There is nothing outside of you. There is nothing that is outside of you. There is no guardian angel that steps in and saves you. See, what you must understand is the responsibility is yours. I thank the universe. Don't be stupid. Are you not a part of that great universe? This universe could not exist without you. Now, which comes first? If it cannot exist without me, then I must be its creator. So what am I thinking? My navel? My finger? I've said that you are truly God looking through different portholes into reality. The porthole is simply your body. You're God experiencing all the infinite numbers of experiences to be had simultaneously, and learning and growing. How can you thank the universe when you created it? I'm saying to you, take responsibility. If you don't take responsibility, you're simply practicing voodoo. You're simply practicing some mumbo jumbo. All the power goes to something else. This is not knowledge. This is foolishness. This is darkness. We stand upon, as the song once said, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment. We stand upon that threshold, but we stand in darkness. To be dead within the earth. In general, we are dead within the earth. This is the earth. This is earth. All things that are things are earth. We are buried within the earth. And are in darkness. And in darkness, we pray to false gods. In darkness, we deny our own responsibility and place the care of our lives into the hands of something that we do not even know. The age of light, when light shines upon darkness, we must see the truth. We become wise beyond wise. We become knowledgeable beyond knowledge. We become wiser than is describable. more knowledgeable than is knowable. You see how knowledgeable that is? It has gone full circle to the paradox. Full circle to the paradox that includes both sides. You stand in darkness when you only stand at one side. You stand in darkness when you only stand in spirit and never in flesh. You stand in darkness when you stand only in flesh and never in spirit. Knowledge entails all. All. The greatest battle with evil is within yourself. Somewhere within us, because of our indoctrination, we have misunderstood, and we look for Armageddon in one shape, form, or fashion or another. If you look at all religions throughout the world, they all speak of it in one way or another. So you may say, I'm Buddhist, I'm Taoist, you're full of shit, that's all. You are indoctrinated. Once you must understand that the battle of good and evil will take place within you. That the salvation or damnation of your soul, of your being, the battleground for your soul is not for your flesh. It is to overcome the sickness within. There is but one way to overcome the sickness within, except that it is not sick. It's just what is. If it's sick, you will continue to fight it. If you accept it, there is no fight. You can dismiss it at will. But you give evil power because there's this great struggle. The whole business with the cigarette was an example. I have not desired one since. July 16th, I guess it was. Whatever day it was, I went into the hospital. It has not even been a question. There is no great fight within, no great struggle within. You see, when I pass somebody smoking a cigarette, I say, boy, that smells good. Just like when I pass the barbecue joint. Keep on walking. You see, just because something smells good, tastes good, looks good, does not mean that I must have it. It just means it smells good, it looks good, it tastes good. I see plenty of things that look good to me, because that's all I can deal with. Because there's no such thing as looks good. It just looks good to me. But does that necessarily mean I want it? No. I can go to the art museum and look at all the wonderful paintings and things on the wall, but do I want them? No. Must I have them? No. There is no struggle. That is the battle of good and evil within one's own being. And when you stop fighting within yourself, there is no problem. We do not blame the world. You see, some of the things that happen to you can be the most wonderful things on earth, but you get upset, you get angry, you get malicious, you get vengeful, you get. You start feeling bad. You do all this stuff, and then a wonderful thing is right on the tail end of it, and you miss it altogether. You miss your own awakening. It's like somebody once said about people who are late. Damn, you'll be late for your own funeral. Well, late for your own awakening, and it just walked right past you, you see. Because I'm so caught up in feeling bad. I'm so caught up in anger. I'm so caught up in this. Only you can stop it. You say, I pray for help. Who's going to help you? It's a job that you must do. It's a job that only you can do. That's just the truth. So what help? You're looking for some supernatural help. I'm here to say that there is no supernatural. There is only natural. We call it supernatural because we are so far removed from what's natural, it appears to be super. Chicago is a long way away if you're in London. But if you're in Chicago, it's not far. That which is natural, if you live by it, it's not super. It's not a long way away. It's only a long way away when you do not live naturally. And naturally does not mean eating roots and berries. It's okay to eat roots and berries, but eat them because you like them or whatever. Natural is in conformance with the laws. The laws are natural. They are natural. Now we begin to understand power. When we have the courage as a warrior to just face ourselves, accept ourselves, and then knowledge of the great laws begin to reveal themselves. We've come to the place where we may see. We say, teach me. There is nothing to teach you. There are techniques given to point your eyes, but if you do not use the techniques, your eyes cannot be pointed. And even if you use the technique and you do not open your eyes to what you see, you will still miss it. So it still depends upon you. Total responsibility. There are many, many disciplines, and there are many, many ways in which these laws and these things have been expressed throughout time. The mystic, the magician, the way of the South American mystics, the American Indian mystics, the rituals, the Christians, the Jews, the bows, the, whatever. Many stories built around these things. But there are only ways. There are only ways to come to the final truth. And the final truth is just drop all the crap. But we take our ways to be all that is. And then what do? We jump on each other all over again. And violate the first law. In the name then of our religion. How stupid. But our prophet said so. Then your prophet was as stupid as you are. You say that about my prophet, I will kill you. There you go, one to violate the law again. In the name of your prophet. The bottom line, I tell you the bottom line. I don't care what somebody else said. It's a very interesting thing, if you will note. I really have nothing, and it's okay. But if you will note, among those who have large followings, everything gets lost. It gets lost for a very simple reason. The money comes in to build something. Well, the money must keep coming in to maintain that. Then the getting of the money becomes more important than the message. And everything is lost. Well, my teacher is a 25,000-year-old man. As I have said to you, I need no 25,000-year-old man to speak for me. I will tell you, and I tell you, I said it. There's no 25,000-year-old man to hide behind. When I have said to you, give me $3 million of your money and you can live on my lawn and buy my $2 million house. Well, he said it. Ramtha said it. I didn't say it. See? Because the end is coming soon and you must be here. Here's where we have the supplies. Because we pooled all the money together and I got some fine racehorses and I got all this and you're living out in the rain in a tent and I'm living in a $2 million mansion. The message has become lost. But I can hide behind something else. I say to you, I say this. Those things that come from someplace else, I say to you, this is what happened. But I say to you, I say, I take the responsibility. Because if it don't go down, you say to me, why didn't it go down? I can tell you. I stand for it. I stand for it. Everything must remain simple because it is simple. It's not complicated. It is not complicated at all. That is why we keep missing it. We make it too complicated. Thought, energy, visualization, creation. What does that mean? Damn it, think about it. What does that mean? What you think about, you visualize, utilizing the kind of energy that you produce. You bring it about. If you're going around with this hang dog, poor me, frightened, angry attitude, then what you visualize then is frightening and full of anger and full of depression and full of this stuff. Therefore, that's what you create. You want it differently? Change your damn attitude. Stop damning yourself. Stop damming up the energy. Let the energy flow. But shut the hell up with the negativity about it to yourself. Accept it. Now you are learning one of the greatest secrets of all. The beauty of secrets is that they're not secrets, they're not hidden. It's right there before our very eyes. Will we take advantage of it is the question. I had someone say to me, call me and say, I'm in real big trouble. I have no money to pay my rent. I'm 4 months behind in my rent. Well, somebody owed me some money and they were getting it from a lawsuit that was supposed to happen sometime soon. And now I find out that the money is not coming through until next year, and I just didn't pay my rent. Come on, what do you say? I didn't pay my rent because I thought I was going to get the money and I could catch up. No, 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 no. See, that's playing a whole nother game. Yeah. And we do that. We do that with other things. We put off saving ourselves because we're looking for somebody else to do it for us. The check is in the mail. No, no, no. You pay your rent right now. You see? You pay your rent right now. Don't depend on the check in the mail. Don't depend on something to save you other than yourself. It is like Jesus. The foolishness of the Christian mind is that Jesus is going to save them like they're in a raging river and somebody reaches in the river and pulls them out. No, it is the truths that he told that will save you if you apply them. If you apply them. That's what saves you, not the man. Because the truths that he told were no different than the truths that were told 2,000 years before him, and the two truths that are told this day after him. It is the same truth. I hear the preacher say, and when he hung upon the cross, and the thief or the robber or whatever it was next to him said something kind to him, and Jesus raised his head and said, "This day you will be with me in my Father's kingdom." Said he opened the door and welcomed him in. No, he was already in. He was just saying, you have become clear. He is clear. We are together. Jesus cannot open the door for you. I cannot open the door for you. All of the awakened ones throughout history, all that have ever been, all that will ever be, cannot open the door for you. We can make a way, but yet you must travel the way. The way is simply a well thought out plan of attack. But if you follow the well thought out plan of attack because of power within the mystic himself, because of an act of power, that way is forever emblazoned in time and space. And that way will always accept you, because that's what it's there for. But you have to go. You have to open the door. All cannot save you. It is the message that saves you. You save yourself by the application. And that means tremendous desire. That means having the fortitude of a warrior. Never ever to give up. Never ever to become victim of your own foolishness. Never ever. Every time it comes up, you understand what is happening. What is happening within me? But what do? We look at the other, and we are angry with them. What is happening within your body? Do you not understand anger by now? And that anger is nothing more than you shutting off your own energy flow? Then why are you angry with somebody else? Your frustration, why are you upset with somebody else? Why you want to do something to them that violates the first law? You are the warmonger in that case. Why? You see, I accept you. I accept the world for what it is. I don't care. I know that you are what you are. I accept the world. Again, that doesn't mean that I want to live as the world lives. That doesn't mean I want to cooperate with a lot of the things that they do. No, I don't. That's not how I choose to live. I was walking on the street, just a few steps, and I always look. Always look up, because I don't want nobody up to drop nothing on my head. I don't want nothing to fall down on top of me. You know, it's called paying attention. And I looked, and I see these people. Wow. I hear all this noise. What is going on? There are 3 women coming down the street in skirts doing handstands and walking on their hands, and guys going, woo, 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 woo. And I look. I understand. They're having fun. Enjoying themselves. I understand. But let me get in the house, because this is the way I am. See, I want to get away from you. That's the way I am. I've got nothing against them. I did not try. I did not try to stop them. I did not say anything negative about them. I just got out of their way. I just went on about my business doing what I do. Get in the house, out of the way. You see. I accept me, I accept them. That was their space. I hear them cussing each other and getting in arguments with each other, and I see how they behave in order that that happens. I have got nothing to do with it. I stay out of the way. Because I see and I accept, I still must be me. Doesn't mean I want to participate in your game. I've got enough with my own. I've got enough to live my own life. I don't need to live yours. So, once again, the deal is face yourself. Be at peace. But then you start thinking about, I'm missing this, and I'm missing that, and I'm missing the other. Then don't miss it. Well, I don't know if I want to do that. Cut out the bullshit. Shit or get off the pot. Make up your mind what it is you want to do. And see, if you make up your mind that you want to understand, you will stop being ambiguous. Ambiguous. You will stop. Because you made up your mind to take an action, and an action is to understand the process that's going on. Not to be caught in it. One way or the other. Because to be caught in it means you understand absolutely nothing. Or you will go on and on and on, lifetime after lifetime, until one day, finally, you can take no more. And you give up, which is what you should have done 1,000,000 lifetimes ago. And you think of all the misery of 1,000,000 lifetimes in ignorance. Simply because you were stubborn as an individual. Ain't that a bitch? You know, man is meant to live and suffer. He's meant to live and suffer until he learns to stop suffering. The story tells you, it tells us. Man was in heaven, was in the Garden of Eden, was in bliss, until man decided to divide up that which was real and make something good and something bad. Man decided this is good, this is bad. It was fine, as an old saying. If it ain't broke, damn it, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh my God, we're naked. Put on some fig leaves. You see, it is your holier-than-thou attitudes that make you crazy. You want to judge the world. See, you know what's right and what's wrong. That's what makes you crazy. It's just what it is. Now, if there's a certain way you want to behave, understand that's just how you want to behave. And you have no right to project that onto the world as the standard for the world. You cannot love the world when you do that. You cannot be at peace when you do that. Yeah, see, it's yours, man. What can I tell you? You got a choice. You have a choice. If you want to be in hell, that's okay. That's up to you. You will spend that time in hell. You spend those millions of lifetimes in hell, in misery, in pain. No one, see, you can't take anybody with you. You can't take anyone into heaven with you. You can't take anyone to hell with you. It is the law of every human being, and it is a law that every human being has free will. Therefore, only they can decide heaven or hell for themselves. You can't send them to hell. You can't take them to heaven. So you see, we come back to our judgmental selves. That just ain't right. Ain't right for what? Ain't right for what? He shouldn't have did that. She shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have done that. Why? Who are you? I say, you can do whatever you can get away with to me. If you can get away with it, there's going to be a price. There's a price. I'm sorry. If I meet the Klan on the street, you know, no blame. It just ain't right they jumped on him, on a non like that. Maybe it wasn't right that he killed several of them. I don't know. See, I don't know. It's just, maybe it ain't right, maybe it's wrong, maybe. But it's just what went down. You see, I don't know. We yell and scream about right and wrong because we feel helpless. Only those people who feel helpless scream about right and wrong when you feel like you can't do anything about it. I don't feel helpless. I mean, most of you saw my condition a few months ago. You could look in the eyes and tell I didn't feel helpless. When I could talk, you could listen to me cussing at you and raising hell and tell I didn't feel helpless. Even when I couldn't speak. could look at those eyes and tell, don't feel sorry for me. I am not beneath you like that. When you feel sorry for me, you are belittling who I am. You are belittling me as a human being. You are condescending to me as a human being. I'm sorry. I'm not beneath you, so don't feel sorry for me. We are equals. You see, and I understand the equality because I know that I'm not beyond pain. I'm not beyond being injured. So I don't look at it as a put down, because so are you. That makes us all equals. I will not feel sorry for you. I may have compassion. I will have compassion that you are hurt and would not like to see you hurting. But that will not, I will not put you down. There were times when people didn't know what to say. They just patted me. What am I, your dog? What is this? I felt like going, what are you doing? Get that shit off of me. I didn't say anything. I just watched. Hell, I'm the same guy. You know. You see, so it's not condescension. If you feel sorry for yourself, then you delve into rights and wrongs, because you don't know what else to say. See, that was the original sin. Not screwing. That was the original sin. It tells you in the book, if you read the book. The original sin was dividing the world into right and wrong. Instead of, it's just what it is. So when you feel helpless, you get into that just ain't right. Many of you feminists revel in male bashing under the name of feminism, just like men do to the other side, and you're both, for doing that, a bunch of jerks. See, you're not trying to understand humanity. You're feeling sorry for yourself. Just like black people. Just like black people, you did this to me 2,200 years ago and blah blah, all fuck that shit. Get back, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Here, let me help you up. No, let me help you up. How dare you condescend to me? Let me uplift you. See, when we feel sorry for ourselves, we do that crap. It just ain't right. Well, if it ain't right, by God, I'll stop you. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm saying if you bring it, there's a price to pay. No right, no dharma, no blame. It's just what is. If you are foolish enough to come over here and start some mess, then okay. It's just the way it goes. Do not feel sorry for me. Do not condescend to me. We condescend because we think it's right. Oppressed people. Women are oppressed. This is oppressed. This is oppressed. We're oppressed. They're oppressed. Oh. You oppress yourself. Stand up, goddammit, on your own fucking 2 feet. My language now is emphatic. I'm trying to make a point to you. Be a human being. Oh, men do this. I've seen enough men and women in my time to know that you all do the same shit. Men are violent. Lady, look in your mouth. The only reason you are not physically violent is because you ain't big enough. They just bigger than you are. So you go yap, 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 yap with your mouth. Violence is violence. And then he busts you upside the head. Why? You didn't have to hit me. Well, you didn't have to go running off at the mouth like that. You see, neither one of you had to do either one of that stupid things. That makes both equally as stupid. I don't want to hear it. There's all these guys of spirituality under femininity and spirituality under masculinity. That's stupid. The feminist movement is infiltrated up to the hilt by lesbians because they want a bevy of women around them so they can fuck. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. If that ain't the same damn thing men do, I'll eat your hat. Talking shit. No. You don't become like the asshole. I look at women in business. As they move up the rank in business, they become just like the man. No, baby. You're supposed to change it. Bring your femininity to it. Bring your nurturing attitude to it. Because it needs some of that. It don't need some. We don't need the man attitude, let alone a pseudo-man's attitude, because you're going to be worse than he was. Because you don't know how to be like he was. So you are operating under the pretense and make decisions that are worse. So come on. See, it's about the truth. It's about the truth. Only when you face that truth within yourself. It's real simple. Take my responsibility for what I do. Everything's all right. Everything's all right. Everything's all right. Everything is not for the same reason. We take everything, every human being, every action, and lump it into the same basket. Well, we're as stupid as that we protest, that we are protesting. Because we know. No, you don't know shit. I don't know shit. Therefore, you don't see me doing that. Well, what are they doing? I don't know. I saw the action, but I have no idea what the reason behind that action is. Therefore, I have nothing to say about it.
So therefore, you're not disturbed?
I'm not disturbed.
Because you're not causing the problem.
I look at what they say, people say about me and what I do, and know that these people are fools. Because when I told you what I did and why I did it, it wasn't a damn question. I wasn't asking a question. I was telling you something. And I know that they can't see me. Therefore, the law is the same on the other side. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. So I stay the fuck out. Not specifically. I can look and say, well, it's not going to lead to this. I don't know why they did it. I ain't in it, but I know it ain't going to lead to this, so you see, I don't know why. Is it something just in them? I don't know. I don't know what's in them. I'm in here. All I know about is what's going on in here. I don't know what's going on in there. And you know what? I don't care. What does it benefit me to know what's going on in there? Ain't nothing I can do about it. You say, but they might do something to you. Well, then they got to commit an act, and I see that. I just get out of the way. I don't have to know what's going on in them. I have to know what they're doing. But you're coming to me with an axe. All I have to know is that you're coming at me with an axe. I don't have to know why. I don't care why. Why is not going to harm me. The axe is going to harm me. I'm going to get out of the way. However I can. Around you or through you. Whatever. I don't know. The point is, then you're at peace. How should I know? I can't group you into any group. That's ridiculous. You did this because, ha ha ha. That's stupid. That's the original sin. You know too goddamn much. You want to know what you can't know. You can't know. We always want to take sides with somebody. How about taking sides with the law? How about that? How about that? How about taking sides with the law? See, in the whole civil rights movement, don't take sides with black people. Take sides with the law. And the law says, oh, you can't do that. It's not about the people. It's about you can't do that. You see? The side is with the law. We gotta take sides. Well, this one is my family. Yeah, your family is just as fucked up as anybody else's family. So cut this shit. Well, he did. How the fuck do you know? Your child's mouth is cut just like yours. This way. And when you run across somebody's mouth that's cut this way, they may not bullshit. Okay? But as long as it's cut like that, the same lie can come out. And your child always wants you to think they the sweetest little thing alive. And they just like anybody else. They have to be. They have to be. Because we're all just folks. You see? We want to take sides. Oh, well, she just ain't no good, baby. He just ain't no good. Why you want to tell that lie? Why you want to sit there and keep that lie going? Best thing for you to do is keep the fuck out. I don't know. Can I help you with how you feel? Can I give you some word of wisdom that's going to help you feel better? But I ain't in it. Because you lie. And I know you lie. Maybe not intentionally, but everybody's the hero of their story. And that's a lie. See, when there's got to be heroes, it's a lie. We don't want to accept the fact that we're all just folks. We want to get this enlightened thing and be above everybody. I got news for you. Enlightenment means being equal to everybody. So you don't stand above them. You realize you're just like them. I keep saying. The person who is crazy is the person who doesn't realize they're crazy. The person who knows he's crazy is very wise, is healthy. That way, that person is in control. Both of them are crazy. Both of them have the same thing in them. One of them just admits that he's crazy and is in control of his madness. When you don't admit that you're mad, when you don't admit to yourself that you're crazy as hell. You're dangerous. You are absolutely dangerous. We both crazy. I am mad as I can be. I am absolutely mad. I would do things to you that you would never dream of if you tried to do something to me. That you couldn't begin to dream of. You know why? Because I'm mad. I'm going to say, I'm going to fix this so you never even think about doing this again. I'm going to tie your hands and feet together and put those flares and shove a flare up your ass and light it. Now, don't you ever think of doing this to another human being again. You understand me? You see, I admit it. I admit it. But only if you bother me. And I will not ask anybody to do it for me. That is, I will not involve anyone else in it. No, I take the responsibility. Did you shove the flare? Mm-hmm. Did you? Mm-hmm. And I told her, this is why. See, what I'm saying is, I'm trying to get you to understand that I am mad. If you don't accept your madness, you got a problem. You're sick. You're more than mad. You're sick. I accept. That's why it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not scared. Oh, this is going to sneak up on me and get me. No, I know it's there. It ain't going to sneak up on me because I admit. You bother me, I look at you and say, let me see. I could tie a piano wire around his nuts and run it up his back, round his throat, pull his head back like that, so every time he put his head down like that, he cut his nuts off. Yeah, I could do that. Well, how could I be sure that he would do that? I know I could light some matches and put between his toes and make sure he do this so he castrate himself. That's all right, my son. Go ahead. I'm not a victim of what I think. It's all right to think it. You see what I'm saying? As long when you understand it's only a thought. It's not something you have to do.
You have a choice.
Yes, that's what freedom is, choice. I'm trying to say to you, I'm trying to show you mad. I'm mad. But I haven't done anything like that to anybody lately. I haven't had to. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to. Because I'm not a victim anymore. I don't deny that it's there. And be honest. That is the key. Don't try to be something that you're not. Don't try to be something that you're not. Pretending to be something else. Pretending to be a goody two-shoes. No. Accept what goes through and see, here's the key. Don't get off into it. That's the mistake. You say, but you said accept what I am and just let it be there. Yeah, but I didn't say act a fool because of it. It's only a thought. It's only a thought. Let it pass right on through. So you're not denying yourself. You cannot deny yourself. Do not deny. That's a lie. But understand it's only a thought. And it's only a thought. You understand that by the experience of it. Accept the fact that you're absolutely mad. You want to be so good. I say to you, be real. You hear me say from time, forget it. Just, something will happen. I say, forget it. You be highly upset. Well, see, you don't know. I'm standing there looking at it too. I've had a thought that you can't even match about it. See, you can't even match it. And I'm saying, well, you don't understand. You're right. One of us doesn't understand. You see, I have had a thought about it that you You just thinking about, oh, I could slap his face. See, I done skinned him alive and poured salt on him and alcohol on him and set him on fire and roasted him over a spit. You know, I done did all this, and I'm saying, it's all right. Go in peace. Be gone about my business, and you want to slap his face. Accept your madness. It's only a thought. If you don't, one day you explode, and you do worse. Study this tape well. Study it just like you would if you had to go to school every day. Study it well. Be at peace. Namaste.